চল 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 ঊর্ধ্ব গগনে বাজে মাদল, নিম্নে উতলা ধরণী তল, তরুণ প্রাতের তরুণ দল, চল রে চল রে চল, চল 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 ঊর্ধ্ব গগনে বাজে মাদল, নিম্নে উতলা ধরণী তল, তরুণ প্রাতের তরুণ দল, চল রে চল রে চল, চল 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 চল।
As I told earlier, that I was a teacher in my village school, okay, and I was a very popular teacher. And I, as a young teacher, everywhere the headmaster, he used to send me for any meeting, for any consulting with the higher authority, or even like that. So. And also, for my family background, I was, known to all circles. So, in 1970, there was a big cyclone in Bangladesh, end of 70, and so in that was just before the election of our general election in Bangladesh. And that time, the cyclone, I take very active part to collect donations from people to help the victims over there. After that, when the election happened, that time there was a lot of problems between East Pakistan and West Pakistan. East Pakistan, our leader was Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. He is called the father of the nation, and he won the election. And I took an active part in that election also, because as a supporter of his party, Awami League, I had opportunity to work for them for that election. And as a teacher, I was appointed as an assistant presiding officer for the election, to handle the election also from the government. Okay, I was very young that time.
I'm just curious. Well, first of all, how old were you?
At that time, I was about, say, 69. 21 years maximum, 20 years maximum, 20 like that.
And when you say you were helping with the election, because I have done something similar here, what sorts of things were you doing?
Yeah, the election commission, they appoint a lot of temporary officers to handle the election only. And there is a lot of centers everywhere. I suppose usually about 5 villages or 6 villages, there was one center. So people used to go over there, and my role was to look after whether this election was, the voters are coming. I had to, my polling officers, there are lots of polling officers, and they have to put colors on their fingers, and because the voters, who is coming for vote, and so he put a little drops of color. It was not erasable. So, and then give him his, as per seeing the records, if he is a voter, give him a ballot paper, and he go to inside the booth and cross his candidate and put in the box, as usual everywhere. Those days there was no electronic voting system or anything like that, so manually it was taken. So I had the opportunity, as I was appointed as assistant presiding officer. My job was, when the voters are coming inside, there are some polling officers also, they are checking the list whether this voter is genuine or not, and then second man, he is just giving him this ink on his finger, no, on his nail, and then he come to me, and I checked those paper again in my list, that whether cross-check, as a cross-check. Then I gave him a ballot. Then he went inside, and after finishing, he just put the ballot inside the box in front of me. That was my thing. And really, I was very much excited, and it was the first time I'm doing a very important job, as well. I was thinking that a national election, and I am a part of that things. So, in that election, the Awami League government was about in East Pakistan, among 300 seats, Awami League party, they got 297 seats. So it was very big victory. After that, this, as I told, there was problem. West Pakistan leader, he said, no, we cannot hand over the power, and etc. So there was a big problem between East Pakistan and West Pakistanis. So we were, organizing people that if there is any problem, we have to fight for our rights. On the 7th of March in 1971, the leader of Awami League, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, he delivered a speech. It was a very one-hour speech, but it was very popular speech in Bangladesh now. That was a call for freedom. He just gave the ultimatum to the government, Pakistan government, that was a military government, that we are giving you time not to, he gave them some shots, because there are armies on the road and everywhere. They are controlling the offices and everything. They said all the armies should go back to the barracks, and all the the government should hand over the power as soon as possible to the elected government. And then that time he told one thing. He was the leader. He said, if it is a call for now, we fight for so long for our democracy and our autonomy, because we were asking our Awami League government has this point with the government that East Pakistan and West Pakistan, there is about 12,000 miles difference. So let it be two provinces, and both provinces should get their own government, and there should be a common central government. The income of East Pakistan should retain in East Pakistan, and West Pakistan's income should retain in West Pakistan. There should be a budget for central government, and both Pakistan, East and West, they will contribute that for the central issues, suppose for the army and foreign affairs, etc. All the internal affairs, home affairs, and development, or everything, both the provinces, they will do themselves. My money should not go to West Pakistan, because East Pakistan was very resourceful. We are very resourceful. West Pakistan is not such resourceful like East Pakistan, and our population also very big than West Pakistan. But as the army, government, and the general was from West Pakistan, the Chief Marshal Administrator, Yahya Khan, and so they were thinking that if they give the power to Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, he will become the Prime Minister of whole Pakistan, then there might be a problem. He will change everything. They cannot take money from fund from East Pakistan to West Pakistan for development for their countries. And they are not developing West Pakistan, they are not developing East Pakistan. They are, in 1947, Pakistan was, it was a country independent in 1947, Pakistan, and India, it was divided from British rule. We got the independence. And from 1947 to 71, there was no major development in East Pakistan. All the developments was done in West Pakistan. And that was the main reason for this, So when on this, after this speech, he said one thing: if there is any problem occurs, and if I can't give you any order, you people please take care of yourself and go and start fighting for the freedom. I am calling today for freedom fighting, for fighting for the freedom of East Pakistan. If the central government of Pakistan, they don't give us this right within 6 hours. On 25th of March, the army government, they arrested Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and took him to West Pakistan, and the army came out from the cantonment and started open fire to these university halls, on police barracks, because police was from East Pakistan, police barracks and all like this important places. They occupied the TV station, radio station, and they start firing on the roads even. There was a massacre. On this open fire, in one night, about say hundreds of thousands of people they killed. And before he was arrested, they came to arrest him. He got the message and he just declared the independence. He declared the independence, and then the army arrested him and they took him. So,
and he was killed?
No, he was not killed. He was arrested and took back to West Pakistan. They took him in West Pakistan. They imprisoned him there. And after that, so no leader, what to do? The leader is arrested, so it takes about 2-3 days to organize. And that time, because his call was for everybody that if I am not here, you people do fighting for whatever you have, you fight for the freedom. So the Bengali armies also, and Bangladeshi army, Bengali speaking armies and Bengali police, everybody, they start fighting for freedom.
So we're on your side.
And from our side. And Pakistani army, they disarm all the Bengali armies this time. So in Chittagong that time, one platoon of army, and his leader was, the major was their commander. At that time, the major's name was Major Ziaur Rahman. So Awami League, the leaders of Awami League in Chittagong, they called him and they said, if because you are army, you know how to organize everything, and please come to the radio station. They captured the Chittagong, that was a district radio station, as relay center like that. So it was under, at that time also, Bangladeshi people, they captured the radio station and they called Ziaur Rahman, please come over here, and if you give a speech in this radio, people maybe got some idea that still, yes, army is also us, and though our leader is not there, we can fight. So he came to the station and he declared the independence on behalf of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. He just said, I, Ziaur Rahman, on behalf of our great leader, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, I am declaring the independence of Bangladesh today. But before that, already the independence telex or telegram, that time there was no telex. That time there was telegrams only. The leader of Chittagong Awami League and some other people, some other leaders, they got already the message, the telegram message that from Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, before he arrested, he sent this message to everywhere that we are free and start fighting. So we organized in my place, our place, we organized these young people to protect ourselves, because we had no idea what to do, how to do. We don't know to fight. So we organized ourselves to protect. And that time, hundreds of thousands of people, they were leaving the capital city of Bangladesh, that is Dhaka, and there was no transport and nothing. By road, maybe by walk, they were coming to villages and everywhere there for shelter, because on Dhaka army was killing. If they see anybody on the road, they were killing them. So they flee from here, from Dhaka, and we are giving them shelters. Those people who are coming from the, from the capital, we organize first. We volunteer. Our volunteer team, they start shelter and arrange food for them, and like that. First,
and this was the team, your village, your
whole in my team, in my village, and my union. I mean, in our country, it is a village is about say 10 or 15 villages together is one union, okay. And then like this 10 union is one police station, and like 9 police station becomes one subdivision. Then 4 or 5 subdivision is one district. Like this it was organized. So in our village and 2-3 hours nearby all the villages, we get together and gathered, and we decided that we shall try to protect our union at least. And all the unions, they got the youngs or youths, they start like this organizing. On the I think 25th of March it happened. This we start, and about 7th of April, a group of army, they were marching towards our village also, because army were marching everywhere now that time to control everybody.
Now, just to clarify, the army,
Pakistani army,
did it consist mostly of soldiers from West
Pakistan, yeah.
Were there any soldiers from
Bangladesh? Soldiers was not involved because they were not. There are Bangladeshi soldiers, there were, but they disarmed all the Bangladeshi soldiers, and so in some places where the Bangladeshi soldiers, they heard on 25th of March that there is a massacre, they took their guns and they flew, or they in some places, say, one platoon is there, one brigade is there, this whole brigade is Bangladeshi, they start fighting against Pakistani armies. But the main armed force was Punjabis or West Pakistanis, so they can't fight with them, so they left the cantonment and went. As I told earlier that Major Ziaur Rahman, he also had a brigade with him at that time, and so he took all of his soldiers and left the cantonment. Okay. So like that we organized our team, start protecting us. When the army came, start marching to our places. Naturally we don't have any gun or anything like that. No, we can't fight with a army. So at that time, we just left our village and tried to hide ourselves. That time, one of my cousin, his name is Ruhul Amin Chowdhury, though he is my cousin, but he lost his mother when he was 2 years old. So my mother was, taking care of him. That time none of our brothers and sisters was born. So he used to call my mother as mom, like that. We also treat him as our own brothers. So he was a naval, he was working with Pakistan Navy, and he just left Navy for some reason. But he has this, training and everything, no. But he was so he that time he came to village, and so we organized our team under his command. Okay, and when these people, army came, we just hide ourselves for 1-2 days. Then we decided we cannot stay because army was looking for the young peoples. Above 18 to 30, 35 years old people, wherever they got, they took them straight away to the barracks and arrested them, killed them like that. So me and my cousin, we decided let us go to India, our neighbors, because we heard that time that already in India they are giving us shelter. And it is our near our bordering country. So and the Mukti Fauj, that means freedom fighters. They are our army officers. They are organizing freedom fighters. So we went there. In India, we crossed the border. When we went to the camp, I found a lot of my friends, my college mates, my university mates of my district or like that. So I was there, and the day we reached there, next day from that camp, that was a transit camp. I was from some place. They were looking for an educated person or one educated person who can, because there are lots of young people from the village. They can't speak so good English or like that. Indian army was helping them. They gave them shelters, but we have to communicate with them. So I was called to go to that camp. Me and my cousin, both of us, we went there. And the day I reached there, and that night there was an operation. Our operations was like that. Mukti Fauj, that time we were not going to fight, front fighting with any Pakistanis. We were doing some guerrilla fighting. What we do, we used to make some barriers to their roads. We used to, so they cannot go to the places or to rural places or some places. We used to break the bridges like that. And in some places where we know that there is an army camp, they made a camp, maybe in that camp there is 50 army. So we guerrillas, what to do? With the help of the villagers, we used to go there in night, under coverage, and fix some dynamite or hand grenade, etc., and come back. So there was, like that, the Pakistani armies had enough, they were afraid anytime, anywhere, the guerrillas may come and they can kill us. Because all the villagers, everywhere, it is in Bangladesh, and Bangladeshi people, they are supporting us. if we go by this way, they give us shelter. But when Pakistani armies are coming, they did not tell them anything or give them any place. So it was very easy for us to fight with them. Okay. After that, we had some training, basic training for how to use a dynamite, how to use a hand grenade, how to use these machine guns or something like that. I mean, very short, brief training, 2-3 days training, and we went for fighting.
So you went back into Bangladesh?
I came back to Bangladesh. That time my family was in our village home. My younger daughter, immediate younger of mine, she was studying in the medical college that time.
Your sister?
Sorry, not my daughter, my sister. I'm so sorry. My younger sister, immediate younger sister, she was studying in Sylhet Medical College. Her name is Dr. Johar Akhtar. Now she's a doctor and retired already. So she also came back from her hostel to our home, village home. My brother was working in a tea garden that time at the bordering place of India. He also came back at home. Everybody was home. But I was in India that time with my cousin. Before going India, there is a proposal for my sister, who was studying medicine, for her marriage. In our countries, mostly it is arranged marriage. So another my proposal came from a family, and the groom, he was also a doctor. He already finished his graduation, and they sent the proposal. And that time my mother was worried that because a Pakistani army, they were so cruel, they were looking for young people, and also they were, used to, sometimes they took young girls also from homes and took their barracks, etc. So we were so afraid anything maybe happened. So my mom, he sent a message to India with some source that if we can come home immediately and finish this marriage of my sister, so at least my mother's one burden will be gone. She can go to her husband's house and they can take care of her, etc. So after getting that message, that time we were very much, busy there, because the army, the freedom fighters was in that time already Bangladesh government formed. They formed a Bangladesh government, SIL government, and so the freedom fighters was also organized. The chief of army of Bangladesh army of that time, he was from also our district Sylhet. He was General Usmani. They were organizing, but my cousin, he said, Ruhul Amin Chowdhury, whom I told you earlier, he said, no, you go, it is very important also. And if you go home, and it will be better for us, you can save home as well as you can give us all the news and messages from there, what is going on, how to do, what to do, where to go, etc. So I went there April. In August I came back for my sister marriage purposes.
So August you went back
in Bangladesh,
Village.
in my village. Actually, the freedom fighting story is not a story of 10 minutes or 15 minutes.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, there is a lot of things. But anyway, in shortcut, as I'm saying, when I came back home, that time already the Pakistani army, they captured full Bangladesh, and in every villages, they, among the Bangladeshi people, they choose some of secular Bangladeshis who were not supporting this Awami League government, because they were thinking India is helping them, so might be if it is Bangladesh, India will capture, and it is Hinduism will be here, and all the Maulavis and Maulanas and the Muslim League, there is a party Muslim League, those people are not supporting. It is about 2% or 3% Bangladeshis. But among these 2-3%, in every village, the Pakistani army, they made a committee that's called Peace Committee. Okay? And those Peace Committee members, what they used to do, because in my village, if there is a Peace Committee member, he know all the villagers, and he know who what is doing. He used to give messages to Pakistani army, oh, that house got 2 young people, that house got 2 young beautiful girls, that places got like that, all the messages they were passing.
So they're spies.
They were spies of them. So when I go back home, my secretary of our school and the chairman of my union, he was also a supporter of Muslim League, but he was related to us very, and he was honest also. He told me, I am that like that you please stay home now for some days, because it is very hard for me to protect your home and your family. Every day there is pressure from me, from if I mean headquarters or something like that, that where is my that Amin, or where is his cousin, and what is this, and I am still covering yourself. So I hope if you please stay home for a few days, at least it will be helpful for me. So my mom also tells her, okay, you don't go and stay here. So I stay home for a month, and I went to the school also, joined the school also, because the school again opened. So everybody knows that, no, I am here. But I was working for the freedom fighters. From there, I have to give messages or spying that this day army is moving there, that the army, like that. We had a network. So the guerrilla fighters used to come, they stay at our home sometimes. We give them shelters, we give them food, and it is very important that time for the guerrilla fighters to get shelter and food. They come, we give them shelter, we give them food, we show them the road, how to go, where to go, and like that.
And did the Pakistani army ever come into your compound?
They came twice. They made another one, other than Peace Committee, they made another, what is called, force. It was called Rajakar. Rajakar is they called it Rajakar, that is, those Rajakars were, they are like what I can say, I mean, they are give them training, some young people from Bangladeshi young guys. The Pakistani army give them training with the guns, and because Pakistani army, they cannot stand everywhere. So those people, Rajakars, they used to watch the breeze, they used to watch, guard the beach, guard the main road, guard the main, say, power station, etc. They used to keep them. And those Rajakars also, Sometimes they went some places to fight, to look for young guys or young peoples like that. So our work was, our freedom fighters, first of all, they had two problems: to fight with the Razakars and to fight with the Pakistani army. The Pakistani armies were so afraid because they don't know from which places, which side these guerrilla forces will come and kill us. So always they are covered and surrounded by those Razakars people. If they come, first the Bangladeshi people will die and then we shall die, like that. I myself also participate in 3-4 operations like that when I was in India, and after when I came back to Bangladesh also at home, then also in 2-3 I was involved with 2-3 guerrilla fighting with people. But I was doing my normal schooling and everything, and doing the other things also. And at last...
So you were teaching by day and a guerrilla fighter by night.
Yeah, like that. After, in our 16th of December at last, we got the freedom. Pakistani force, they surrendered to Bangladeshi and Indian, that is called Mitra Bahini, that is joint force. They surrendered to the joint force and they got the freedom. But my place was free before that, on 8th of August, I can say, and like that.
And what year?
In 1972. 1971.
Okay, so it was fairly quick.
In 9 months we finished our freedom fighting, because it was, Pakistan was about 1,200 miles from our place, and the army who was inside, they had no cooperation from any source of Bangladeshi guys, Bangladeshi peoples. Only a minimum 2% people were helping them, and it was nothing. And so, and we had the support from India, but we fight ourselves. India supported us a lot that time, with food, with shelter, with arms, ammunition, etc. So it was very easy for us. But in this meantime, Pakistani army, they killed about 3 million, about 3 million Bangladeshi people. That is 30 lakhs they killed, and a lot of Bangladesh, all the big established, bridges and factories and everything was burnt and shut down, and it was massacre. When we the country started, there was nothing. It was zero. There was no fund in the central bank. There was no, government support. Government was not getting any support from anywhere. So it's like that.
Question. So when did your sister get married? Did she get married when the war was going on?
Yeah, during the war, I come back, and during the war, my sister was getting married. And so we were at home with my elder sister. She was already married at that time, and all other sisters, and me and my 2 younger brothers, they were at home.
And your parents were there?
No, my father died in 1969. My mother was there.
And what does your mother think of all of this?
All of them were supporters of independence. All of them. They give us the courage. My mother, my mom, with her permission, we went to India to fight.
The cousin.
And
He got the.
My cousin who was who stayed in India, I left him. He got, after freedom fighting, he got the award called Bir Pratik. It was 4 awards was given by the Bangladesh government for the freedom fighters at the time. The best one was the after death award. That was Bir Sreshta. Bir means fighter, or what is called the best fighter. He after death award, and then Bir Uttam, Bir Sreshta, Bir Uttam, Bir Bikram, and Bir Pratik. Like that, my cousin, he got the award Bir Pratik.
Wow. And do you have any photographs of your family?
Family photographs I have, but for the freedom fighting photographs I don't have.
Not enough time to take.
Yeah. That time there was not like that so much cameras and everything, but the international journalists, they took a lots of pictures, and I was unable to collect that from them.
So the war finished about December of 1971.
Yeah.
And then did you just go back to being a teacher?
Yeah, after that we start, organizing our country again, our village, and everything. And I joined the school for another 6 months, I think I was there. And then I went for another job.
Okay, so just a couple more last questions about that. Were you involved in helping construct the country after the war was won?
Yes.
So that's another set of stories. That
Yeah.
you could talk about.
After that, after her, I was in school, and that time after that, there an organization, there is an NGO. I joined an NGO. They are sheltering and helping the orphans whose parents died in the war, and the ladies who were victims of Pakistani armies, young ladies and war childs, like that. We give them shelter in places. We help them. We start giving them training, so they can start their own earnings and something like that. Where still education. I was involved in that for about 1.5 years.
So maybe next time I'll ask you questions about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else about the war before we finish for today that you would like to?
Right this moment I don't remember, but there is a lot of things, there are a lot of remembrance over this war. How once I was, in the war when I was in India with my cousin, and we were surrounded by the Pakistani army that time. We went to, I remember that night, we went to for an operation. We got just news that there were about 10 or 15 Pakistani army in a camp in a tea garden area in the bordering place. So we thought we can just go and capture them and take the arms and ammunition from them. But the news was not so correct. There was about more than 100 armies in that camp. When we went there, and then we start fighting, to capture them, we had some hand grenades, etc. But unfortunately, the man who threw the grenade was not working. So, and they understand, the Pakistani army, they just understand that there are some problems, and they start fighting. And we had, that time it was, we don't have enough training, We just scattered. And me and my cousin and everybody, who ever get any place, anywhere to hide himself in the jungles, there is a jungle place, it was a jungle place, we hide ourselves and we lost everybody. Say maybe 2, 3 here, 4, 5 here, we are about 20 in our group. I remember that night, and I don't know that place also so good. And educated army, a trained army, I like to mean, they are trying to kill us, but we don't know that those people, they are not leaving their camp, they are just firing from their camp, because they are afraid that if they go out, maybe any guerrilla may kill them. They also are not. They are also not aware about the places, so nice. Anyway, after Oh,
Wow, interesting.
interesting. And that night, we at least 3-4 hours we were, lost. And then slowly we gathered again and come back to our camp. And then we lost two of our men did not come back. We thought we lost them or something. But after 2 days, they came back to the camp.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, nobody was.
Wow,
Like that.
what an adventure.
A very good adventure. And like that. I have a lot of story we can tell later on.
Next time we meet,
Okay.
which may be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now-
When I was in India, and as I told earlier, the first day I reached there, and the next day morning, so I and my cousin, both of us, we left for a camp where they need some help for some some boys who can speak English, like that. So we've been there, and that same day, without any training, we just went for an operation. After, in that place, the name of that place was in the district of Patharkandi in India. Anyway, we have our own command, but Indian Border Security Force was helping us and giving us instruction, and also we had our own source. They were giving us information where the Pakistani armies are, where the Rajakars are, where in which road they are taking always for traveling, etc. Our job was to destroy the bridges where they on the road of their travel, and to keep them always busy, just to hit them, hidden hit, and so they will be afraid. They will not come out of their camp in the evening, and they can do a massacre. So always they are in tension. To make more tension for them, it was our main job that time. One day, I remember suddenly an Indian colonel came over here, and he said, our camp was on Indian soil that time. Okay, we had a camp near this Indian Border Security Force. Our camp was just with them, a separate camp. But Indian colonel came over there, and he told us, you have to move to your soil in Bangladesh, because maybe some journalists will come. Very recently, a group of journalists will come, and they would like to take some interviews of the freedom fighters. So we moved our camp inside Bangladesh soil. That time it was East Pakistan. It was very, jungle area. We made our tents over there, and like that. And one of that time Bangladeshi major, he was in a major rank in Pakistan Army. He already joined this freedom fighting. He came over there to join us. His name was Major Abdul Rab that time, and later on he retired as a brigadier general. He was actually from my district and not so far from my home. Okay, I used to know him personally also. Then this we've been in this camp, and suddenly we heard in a loudspeaker that one BSF, Border Security Force of India, they are calling, if there is any freedom fighter, would you please come over here? There some journalists came to take an interview. Okay, the journalists are not entering to this East Pakistani soil, East Pakistan soil. That time it was East Pakistan, Bangladesh soil. They stand just in the border. We also came to the border line, and we stayed there and they took our interview. The Major Abdul the journalists, they asked them questions, how and why we are fighting and etc. They took a lot of pictures from there, and they supported us with the slogan. The freedom fighting slogan was Joy Bangla. Okay, that slogan, and the journalists also they were just with us. They also shouting like Joy Bangla, etc. Those pictures was, we heard later on, it was published in various international newspapers and in BBC and Voice of America. They showed those pictures, but unfortunately we cannot keep that because we are in jungle that time, you know. The next day we moved from that camp, and they said that our job only for this small job for I mean giving troubles to the Pakistan army, it is not enough for us. We have to do something more. So we moved from there and we joined a big camp in the Patharkandi headquarters, and there was about thousands of young students like us and young men. They came to join the freedom fighters. We met there one of our member of the parliament, who Awami League member of parliament. He been there, and some other army officers from East Pakistan Army and East Pakistan Rifles. And from there they start recruiting, and I was also recruited to as a commissioned officer there, and I was about to move after 2-3 days from that camp, and that time but next day my one of my relative, he is the brother of my younger sister's husband. He went there and he told with the message from my mom that my sister's marriage should be completed very soon. And so when I got this message, so I applied to the authority. There is already an authority at that time that for sometimes I cannot join this force. I will be coming back. And then, so they removed me from that place and asked me to join the office from where this freedom fighting was organizing. I mean, as in in the headquarters of this place. I've been there several times, and nobody was giving permission that time to come back in the Bangladesh soil again. Everybody was saying it is very tough to go back. Easy to come to India, but very tough to go back to Bangladesh, because they have the list of the people who leave already their homes for the young minds. And also the borders was so sealed, anybody go easily and we trace out, but maybe people can come because in hidden ways like that. But I mean, going inside again, it is very risky. But I took that risk only for family. My cousin, he said, no, you go, and it will be helpful for us to stay inside. And then in August I came back, as I told earlier also. There was, I remember another operation which we have done that time. Before that time, my brother, cousin, he was leading us. One night we went for an operation, and like that That operation was to capture one of the Muslim League leader who was organizing the peace committee and the Rajakar in Bangladesh. We decided to capture him and take him away from there, so he cannot organize anymore. And he was actually giving informations, all the informations, where the young peoples are living and which in which places, which party, people are supporting this freedom fighting, etc. In fact, all the Bangladeshis are supporting, but they cannot open their mouth that time. Everybody are afraid. But those peoples that time taking revenges with some people who are not cooperating with them. So we decided to capture him. And we went, and his house was surrounded by his own guards, the Rajakar guards. Some armies also, there was nearby an army camp also. But we were able to capture him. And when we went there and inside his home, he can't believe that we was there. That in this position, he was thinking that he was well guarded and very safe.
So how did you do it?
That is the thing. We just went because it was very easy for us to move with the plain clothes, and all of us was Bangladeshi. And in the dark night, we took some. At that time, it was harvesting time. So some of us took some paddy in their head with a bunch of paddy, and just like a farmer, we went inside. Some people like that. All of us are in different dresses and disguises. We went. We took our positions. In the evening, he was holding a meeting with his people. And after that, when he went inside, one of our men, he captured, first of all, he captured one of the Rajakar who was guarding them, and he changed his dress with him, and he knocked the door and called him that the major wants to talk to you. He immediately go inside, dressed himself with to meet the major in the camp. So as soon as he came out, and he was going with 2 or 3 other Rajakars, and from then we captured him on the road. From both sides we just come out, and they start firing, but they can't do it because there was only 2, 3 Rajakar with him. We took him to India, and after that, actually I did not feel very good that time. That man was killed by our people, and I feel very sad for him actually, because unnecessary these people, why they are, my feeling was like that these people, why they are not supporting our freedom fighting, and unnecessary now he is killed. But then I was very happy when I came to know that this man, he killed about 10 to 15 people, young men, and he kept Bangladeshi young people. He killed them with the help of Pakistani army. There was another man. His name was, I remember, Dudu. It is so sad. That time I remember one day that time I was already in Bangladesh. That time I am teaching this school, and in the evening we had some secret meetings or keeping touch with the Mukti Bahini and doing some planning and etc. We came to know that there was a big Hindu family near my school, their house, This house was very big and they were very renowned, and there was also very rich family. There was only four. There 4 or 5 young men, sons and etc. They flew away, but all other the old and ladies was inside with the keys. Pakistani army one night, that Dudumia he called them and he showed them the way, and they surrounded that house and they burned that house, and even they killed the kids. They throw them in the fire even. It was so sad. I was that time inside the country and I can't do anything. And even our groups cannot do anything. We cannot expose ourselves. Oh, it was so sad that there were about 5 kids, like 3-4 years of age, and they killed them. They killed some ladies also there. They killed all the young men there, the men who was inside. Only 2 men survived, because one of them was, that time he was not at home. He was outside in the market. This man actually now here in Canada. He is living in Montreal. And this gentleman. After I remember that Dudumia, he was captured by Mukti Bahini, and we killed him. Because before killing, everybody asked him what to do with him. All the people there, they said, no, kill him, kill him. So then he was shot dead on the spot. It was on the 14th of December, just before 16th of December we got independence. The Pakistan surrendered, and 14th of December he was killed. On 10th of December, I heard that our Pakistani armies are coming tonight to capture me. They have a list to me and some of my friends. And as I told that one of my brother who was the peace committee, he was the chairman of our Union Parishad and also a leader of peace committee. He was helping us a lot. He's our relative. He told me, give me the information, don't stay at home tonight. Army came, but they cannot find me, but they captured other people, about 6 of my friends. And everybody was caught, and they took them to their main headquarter camp in the district, in the subdivision headquarter, Molve Bazar, the name of the place. And all of them were, they just make them a line and shot them. And they were killed over there. One of them, it was, when they shot them, it was like a small hilly place. And one of them was at the edge of the hill, and when they shot him, he just fell down on the ground, and he rolled and got at the bottom of the hill, and he was saved. But he had a gunshot on here, and it just go by this way and come out by that other way. It was a Chinese rifle, so it's just the bullet was, it does not expose inside, otherwise he would be finished. He was senseless, and when he rolled down, there was some water, might be. his life, he was supposed to leave, that's why. He was there for a half an hour. Then slowly when he got his sense, he crawled and they went out from that place and the nearby village, and the villagers, they give him shelter, they give him whatever they can do, and he survived. He was from my village, his name was Swab Mia. I remember he was one of our best, organizer also with me. Out of this all, 10, only one survived. Another one, I remember, one of the peace committee member, his son was with us. But his father was the member of peace committee. His father thought, okay, he just tell him, okay, don't worry, army came to capture you. You don't worry, you are my son, I will tell them. And he himself take him to the army camp for surrendering. But army said, okay, never mind. Your son, we shall take care of him. And they took care of him like that. They took him to the field and killed him. The father, he was mad after the freedom fighting, because he himself took him to the army, and the army did not keep their word like that. I can't describe the massacre of that time, how the people, everybody woke up in the morning with a tension that what would be happen today, I don't know, or like that. People were working, but none of them had any, they can't laugh, they can make anything like that, you know. Even people are working maybe, but they are thinking that maybe this is the last day for me. Everybody was afraid of that. Usually our Bangladeshi people are very simple. They never go for quarrel or fighting or anything like that. And suddenly when these people, Pakistani army, they came over there, and it was, they can't think of it that as a man can kill another man, innocent man like that. Anyway, it was the freedom fighting. We fought for our country, and ultimately we got freedom on 14th of December, 16th of December, and my place was free from this 10th of December. 10th of December, this army captured us, some of our friends, and they took the headquarters, and from that day, no army was again, they had no courage to come back this area.
So, so many questions I want to ask you about that.
Yeah.
One of them is, during the war, did you have family members who were killed?
My family members was inside Bangladesh. My mom, my other brothers, younger brothers and sister. My sister, immediate younger sister, we just give her marriage was done on during that period in August, and after I come back, and she went to her with her husband to their home. Other people, my elder sister, her husband was a government officer at that time, but as a government officer, he cannot leave his workstation. He was the circle officer of a police station named Jagannathpur. He was supposed to live there because otherwise the army will kill him. So he sent his family to our home in village, and my nephew and nieces was that time with us, and my elder sister, my elder brother, immediate elder brother, and my two younger brother and two younger sister. Everybody was there.
And everyone was safe.
At home, but we had actually, we are grateful to that my relative, my brother, he is related to us as a brother, the chairman, as I told, Matiur Rahman. He helped us a lot. He took care of our place. The And another thing was, it was very helpful. As I told earlier that my grandfather gave half portion of our full house to a priest, to a priest to bring his family over there to save from us, from our family from the evil shadow like that, from the evil. Because everybody was thinking for that evil, maybe my uncles were they are dying in very young age like that. So my grandfather called them to live with us and give them half a portion. And this priest, he is a supporter of Jamaat Islami, and his son, two of his sons joined the Rajakar, and they are very much, strong supporter of Pakistan that time. But as we had a family relation, my grandfather gave them the property and like that, might be for this reason they helped us also. And they were, in other sense, they were guarding our place, our home. Never ever, this Rajakar people, they used to walk by this way. Sometimes we heard that time that they said, okay, let us attack this house tonight. But those Rajakar, our neighbor Rajakars, they did not allow them to do that. So it was a little safe. And that time I was very much, I was in the school and like a teacher, every day morning I was going to school and coming. They said, oh, he changed his mind already. He's no more with them. So everything was calm and quiet. On 14th of December, when we are celebrating the freedom in the near our school field, and from my house, we about 10, 12 young boys, they start going to there. Everybody was like, oh, these people was here with the guns and everything. They were living with me. They can't believe it, how it happened, how they live here. We went and we are celebrating that time. And those people, I helped them that time because they helped me, those Rajakars. So we helped them. We told them, okay, you just surrender your arms and ammunition to us and just keep hiding yourself for a few days. Let us see what's going. And accordingly, this my brother who was Matiur Rahman, we gave him shelter in my home that time because at that time it was opposite. Mukti Bahini, there are some people, they were trying to find him, to kill him like that. There was no law and order that time. So I support him that time and we saved them. He was not so, but another one man, his name, he was very much ferocious. He was the peace committee chairman. He flew away, and there was a lot of cases against him after freedom, like that.
And it sounds as though there was a lot of solidarity among the Bangladeshi people. Did that exist before the war? Were Bangladeshis always very nationalistic?
Yeah, Bangladesh is nationalistic. Bangladesh, but everywhere about, as I told, about 1-2% of people, they are against, they are the supporter of Pakistan. The history is like that. When Pakistan was formed in 1947, that time there was a referendum whether the Sylhet district, that whether we shall join Pakistan or we like India. We had a referendum, but our people that time we voted for Pakistan. We joined Pakistan. So, but Pakistan, we never thought that Pakistan army, they can kill us, especially Sylhet district. And our place, most people, they are little bit religious, mostly in Sylhet district, in my religious, and they thought that if Pakistan is a Muslim country, and if we separate from Pakistan, might be it will be a Hindu country. It was their thinking, and Pakistani army also, they are, giving this propaganda to everybody, this understanding that, oh, don't make it a Hindu country, we are Pakistani, like that. So a lot of people, they misunderstand, they are with the Pakistani army supporting them. But in general public, they in front they said, okay, we are with you, but inside they had no support for them. That's why this freedom fighting was only for 9 months we was able to free our country from them. Even though Pakistan was supported that time by USA, America, they even sent 7th Fleet to our ocean to support them like that, but they can't do anything because of this. Because the mass people, 99% people don't want them, so no power can do anything.
Yeah, you must then have watched the Arab Spring demonstrations with a lot of feeling that you've seen this sort of thing before. I think about Egypt and the other countries in North Africa that also had a popular movement to try to get rid of their government.
Yeah, they had popular movement, but our movement is a little different. Our movement was against we fought against ourselves. It was the same Pakistan, but our army was killing us, and we have to save ourselves. That was the thing. Recently, what's happened in last year, I think 2 years back, the President Hosni Mubarak was, there was a revolution in Egypt, you remember? On the Tahrir Square, people gathered and they said, no, we have to remove Hosni Mubarak. Like that, and even in Syria, now it is going, and in Libya, this Colonel Gaddafi was killed. This is the same people, they killed their leader because of his, he was too much corrupted, and he was, this Libyan people, they did not like him, but he was not handing over the power, so they killed him. In my country also like that, we tried to, we voted for democracy. We are legally, we are supposed to get the power. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was supposed to be the Prime Minister of Pakistan, but after getting, after winning the election also, the Pakistani general and Pakistani leaders are not ready to give him power, so they started. So this freedom fighting.
What happened to him? What happened to your Prime Minister?
That time, the day 25th of March, when he declared the independence, he was arrested and they took him in Pakistan. After 16th of December, from everywhere, at that time we are grateful. We are grateful to India as well as Russia and Great Britain. They supported us a lot, and from 16th December, our leaders, they were trying to release him from Pakistani prison.
He was still alive.
They were trying to kill him. Yeah, they tried to kill him, but for the pressure of international pressure, Pakistani government, they did not kill him. He was still alive in Pakistan prison. So after 16th of December, when 93,000 Pakistani army surrendered in Bangladesh, that time Pakistan army thought, if he is killed now, maybe this 93,000 army will not be back. 93,000 army, they surrendered, army personnel. So, under the pressure of international powers who were supporting our freedom, Pakistani government, they released him on 9th of January. And from 9th of January, they sent him to England, UK. And from there, I think it was 8th of January that he went to England from Pakistan. And from there, 9th of January, he came to India. And 10th of January, he arrived Bangladesh. And it was a great reception. And we got back our leader. And on that day, 10th of January, we shall say our actual freedom was done that day.
Wow.
And he was that time the Bangladesh government. That time the government was formed like that. Though he was exiled, he was the president of Bangladesh government, and acting vice president was another man, Syed Nazrul Islam, and prime minister was Tajuddin Ahmed. They were leading us. And in this 9-month period, due to their, diplomacy, the world leaders, they supported us. We got the support from everywhere, and we were able to get our freedom so quick. There is a lot of people from Canada, from USA, from UK, they supported us. Though the USA government did not support us, but the people of USA, they supported us a lot. Our Bangladeshi people who, Bangladeshi people who are living in USA, UK, Canada, like that, they were campaigning for that and collecting a lot of donations and like that, and send lots of arms ammunition for the Mukti Bahini.
So the war is over, the president comes back.
Yeah.
And now there must be a lot of adjustments.
There are, of course, a lot of adjustments. A lot of change happened because we had nothing. The president, he said, he was a great leader. He told his first speech that on 7th March he said that you go for fighting if I am not here. If I cannot give you any more order, you just start or whatever you have. So we fight for Bangladesh, we fought for the freedom. He was released and he said, now my country, we have to start from zero. Maybe next 3-4 years I cannot give you anything. We have to start newly. So please be with me. And he asked everybody, because that time arms was, a lot of people got the arms, the general public. They were in the freedom fighting. So everybody got a arm, maybe gun, a machine gun or something like that. So if it is like that, and after that, lots of things was happening. Some people, they were looting, some people said they went to kill Rajagar, some people they were taking revenge like that. The law and order was, for few days, it was, very bad. So when he come back, he just called everybody that we have to make our nation, we have to establish it. Our country should be good. So if you don't help us, we can't do it. I urge all of you to surrender your arms, whoever, whatever, surrender this all to the authority. And people, they listened to him, they surrendered all their arms and ammunition, and so slowly, the government start rebuilding the country. There was no bridge, no road, all was damaged, you know. All the given when the last day, Pakistani army, they destroyed a lot of our bridge, a lot of our power stations, etc. And on 14th of December, they killed about 100 of our intellectual people. They captured them from their home, the university professors, the writers, the editors, like that. Very much all, about 100 intellectual people, they captured them from their home and took them in a place called Mirpur, and they killed them over there. And so that day, 14th of December, still we observe this day as an intellectual day, intellectual killing day. That Buddhijjiva Hatta Divas, that's it. And so actually their motto was, okay, we cannot save this, we cannot get this country back, Bangladesh back, so let them finish, so they cannot start anything. This 25th March, when this was happened, I mean, the Pakistan army, they attacked the general people, they opened fire on the everywhere, and the day was declared as our president declared the independence. 2 days before, the General Tikka Khan was sent to Bangladesh as a Governor General of Bangladesh. President, that time Pakistan president was Yahya Khan. He sent one general, his name was Tikka Khan. He sent him about 2 weeks before, and asked the Chief Justice to sworn him as a Governor General, but he refused. He refused to sworn him, so he can't do it. And this was his plan. He said, okay, we don't want any man in Bangladesh, we want only the buildings and everything. That's all, so kill them. And so they start killing in the Dhaka University, who was leading part in this movement. The students of Dhaka University, and they went to the students' hall, they opened fire over there, they went to this police camp headquarters, Bangladeshi army headquarters, and the East Pakistan Rifles, all of the East Pakistan Rifles members are Bangladeshi headquarters. They start firing over there. And also a group, they went to capture Sheikh Mujib's house, and they went to capture all the leaders, but the leaders, they came to know that people are coming, army coming to capture them, so everybody flew away. But people went to Sheikh Mujib also, that please sir, come with us, Pakistan army is coming to capture you. He said, no. If they don't find me, they will do lot of massacre. Maybe they will kill everybody. So let them hold me, so at least they will stop. They will try to do with me something. Maybe they will try to negotiate with me if they got me. Otherwise, they will not stop. So it's very wise decision. He was not afraid at all. So they held him and took him to Pakistan, like that.
Wow, so okay, the war's over.
Yes.
You're back with your family.
Yes, I was with my family at that time.
You're still teaching
Yeah.
during the day.
Yeah.
But you're not a freedom fighter at night.
Yeah, night, yes. I was a freedom fighter, but then after that, the country was, as I said, it was a massacre country. That time we have to reorganize everything, and that time I joined an NGO to help these war-affected people. There is a lot of war-affected people everywhere. I joined a center, it's called Center for Education and Training for Orphans and Destitute Women. we opened a center for them. We give them education, young kids, give them some, the destitute women, we give them training to for some sewing, sewing training or some other training to making handicrafts like that, so they can survive themselves. Like this training we start giving them. I work with them about with that NGO about 1.5 years.